I got this starter here pulled out from our Hyster forklift. I'll show you guys how you can test your starter. So I have this jump box hooked to my starter. I got the positive cable going to the B post of the starter solenoid, and I also have a switch here. I'm jumping power from the B post down to the S terminal on the solenoid. The S terminal is the solenoid terminal. So I'm using this switch as an example for an ignition switch. So when I click on, it's the same as turning your key to the cranking position. So if this was inside the forklift, what you would do is you just, hook up a test light, a multimeter, whatever you got. I'm using a test light here for visual. I'm gonna ground it. And then I'm gonna take it to a positive, or where the battery power is, and see. So the B post should have a constant 12 volts when it's located in the vehicle. And on the S terminal, the smaller terminal, the solenoid terminal, when you crank the key, you should then have 12 volts right here. So when you crank, 12 volts will jump from here to here. As right now you can see, I'm not cranking it, I'm not turning the key on, so there's no power at the S terminal. So let me show you guys. So now I'm going to turn it on. So let's pretend I'm turning the ignition switch. Got the key and I'm cranking it. Of course the starter is bad, that's why it's pulled out. You can see it's not spinning. But if you do that and your starter's not doing anything, you then check for power at the solenoid terminal. As you can see now, I have power at the S terminal of the starter solenoid. And it pulls out, but it doesn't spin. And now it doesn't do anything at all. So check for 12 volts here. With the key engaged or cranking, you should have 12 volts at the starter solenoid. If you have power present there and you have good ground, your starter motor is faulty. Another way you can tell if something's mechanically wrong with your starter motor too is it should be able to only spin in one direction. But this one, I can spin it in both directions. See? I can easily spin it in this direction and this direction. So something tells me there's mechanically wrong in here, and that's a junk starter. We'll get a new one.